Hello and welcome along to part 28 of this Dark Souls guiding playthrough. Or is it 29? I can never remember. Today the first thing we're going to do is continue the process of decimating the Witch of Izalith's family line. In previous episodes we've killed Ceaseless Discharge. Make sure your orange charred ring's on here before you go any further. We've killed Ceaseless Discharge, we've killed the Fair Lady, who's Quaylag. These are all the Witch of Izalith's daughters and sons, and son. And today we're going to continue that theme by killing her eldest daughter, whose name's escaped me for the moment. I think it's Daughter of Chaos. But to reach her you come this way, and this is how you progress through the level. And the second part, there's going to be 3 parts to this 4 parts to this episode. That's the first part, killing Daughter of Chaos. Second part, taking on an NPC. Third part, talking to an NPC. Fourth part, talking to another NPC. And last of all, taking on the Bed of Chaos itself, which you'll remember was spawned by the Witch of Izalith's attempts to recreate the first flame. Anyway, let me talk about where we are. This whole area is based off of the famous temple Angkor Wat, which I believe is in, now I might get this wrong, is it in Thailand? If I'm wrong about that, please correct me. Or is it Laos? Anyway, that's where the design theme for this area came from. And if you look at pictures of Angkor Wat online, you'll see the striking resemblance to Lost Izalith. These demonic statues are very easy. They're only difficult if they gang up on you and you get stun locked by their flame attack. So what can I talk about while I'm killing all of these beasts? The Daughter of Chaos, you want to use a heavy weapon when you come up against her because she's got low poise, and I would suggest putting armour on that's got high flame defence, because she uses chaos flame weapons like the Chaos Flame, Chaos Fireball, Chaos Fire Whip I think as well. There's an item up there, we'll come back to that. There's quite a lot of wee items to pick up in this area. This is a new enemy. This is called a Chaos Eater. It has a durability attack, so be very careful about that. That's a durability attack there. You want to just circle around them and get the hits in. They're very easy again. Don't ever do plunging attack in these guys because you go into their mouth and it causes problems. They have the chance to drop red chunks and slabs, and more rarely white chunks. Anyway, you can see I've changed into the gold hem set, which is what she's wearing as well. There she is up there. Use a bow and arrow to pull her. And I've got a heavy weapon, I've got the large club. And that'll flatten her. There she goes for the fireball. So just roll out of the way then. And she's squished. And that's her. And you get the Izalith catalyst. I think that's a good catalyst. Basically, what I want to do now is I need to come back to the original bonfire, so I just used a homeward bone, because I need to reverse our hollowing. We need to be human for the next part, because we want to meet an NPC. And I'm going to kindle the bonfire. I think I kindle up too much here actually. You only need to kindle up to 15 if you even that. I kindle up to 20 for some reason, which is, like I say, unnecessary. Remember, when you leave here, if you ever come back to this bonfire, walk back to it or use a homeward bone, make sure you've got the orange charred ring on so that you don't die in the lava. I'm just using humanities and popping them there to get my item discovery up. So I've got 10 soft humanity. Again, just double check that you've got the orange charred ring on. There we go. Yep, so safe to walk into the lava. I'm just going to fast forward here just go back to where we just fought the Daughter of Chaos. So go back to where you fought the Daughter of Chaos, and once you walk up those stairs, you'll spawn the NPC. Nothing, it's an NPC we've encountered before. This is actually the last encounter we'll have. And it's Nightcirk again, so... That's the end, that's him dead, that's him, he'll never come back again, that's him totally vanquished. 32,340 souls, which is good. I put the silver covetous ring on as well, so we get a wee bit more souls back from that. And now that we've killed him, if you go back to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire, there'll be a prize waiting for you. I was lucky there, I didn't get durability damage. This is the Chaos Fire Whip. Yeah, Chaos Fire Whip. Okay, so we'll just go back. We're not going to take on the boss just now, the boss is to the right. If you go through that bonfire, that's the Bed of Chaos fight, but we'll come back to that later on. Just now we've got to go and meet a couple of NPCs. No, first of all actually we'll go and pick up the items that you can see from the previous area. So to get them you just come down here, follow the branch down, roll off to the left, and then go back in yourself. And there's two items to pick around here. One is the Soul of a Great Hero, or Soul of a Hero, sorry. So that's a nice 10,000 souls. And if you come around here, there's an item. This item can be quite. There's an enemy as well, but this item can be quite difficult to get. Some people some people have fallen off of the branch very easily. So you have to be very precise and very careful about just nudging your left thumbstick forward. Sorry, or right thumbstick forward. No, left thumbstick. I get easily confused, my apologies. And then you'll fall onto the branch, and it's a rare ring of sacrifice. And that's it. And then just roll back off. There's no way to get back up there. You have to without coming back on yourself. So roll off. I just ran past all these demonic statues the first time around. I didn't bother killing them all. And you'll see one actually up here. I've never seen one this far up before. And I'm glad I came back round because there was an item drop from the Chaos Eater. So a red chunk, which is always handy for fire plus 4 plus 6 to plus 10 weapons, and chaos weapons to plus 4. So come down here. This is the next area. I just wish there was more variety in terms of the enemies in Lost Izalith. These guys don't pose any threat whatsoever. Very easy to take out. Even in New Game Plus, they're easy. So this area down here, you can see that there's, just ignore him, you see there's a treasure there, don't go any further. That's actually a trap. As soon as you walk out onto the floor there, it gives way under you and you fall into the mouths of those Chaos Eaters. There is a way to get that, to progress through that area, and we'll do that in a minute, but first of all we'll come along this way. I put the Ring of Fog on because there's the game's most difficult Prowling Demon, or Titanite Demon, is along here. This one has double the health of the first one that we fought in Undead Parish. This one has has 3,600 health points in the new game. And he also can easily push you off to the side and kill you very easily. It's such a difficult place to fight a Prowling Demon. It's so narrow. This Prowling Demon does respawn, and you can farm him for Demon Titanite. I get caught there, luckily it didn't catch me too badly. The reason where the Ring of Fog is, if you don't, you can shoot the lightning bolt things at you. And that's why I'm zigzagging here, but with the Ring of Fog on, he de-aggroes very quickly. Because normally he would shoot the bolts at you from there. I missed this crystal lizard, and I swear that it nearly caused me to tear all my hair out. because in the way back, yeah, I spent about 5 minutes trying to get him. Anyway, come down here, and you'll see the benefit of using poison mist in the previous episode. It's Solar, and he's alive.
Have I done this all for nothing? Oh, my dear son. What now? What should I do?
I don't know, Solar.
Son. My dear, dear son.
So this is the end of his storyline.
Have I done this all?
If you don't use poison mist and you come down here, so if you didn't kill the wee chaos bug thing that we killed in the previous episode using the poison mist, you come here and Solaire is wearing the sunlight maggot, which is the treasure that we're about to pick up, and he has gone hollow. The process of putting the sunlight maggot on, which the sunlight maggot emits light, so in a way it does find his son, but at the cost of hollowing out and going insane, and you actually have to fight Solaire. So we've kept him alive. He hasn't found his son. Was it really worth it though? You know, it's just an item that presents illumination in the, you know, from the head. But yeah, we've saved Solaire, and we can now open this door, this shortcut between Lost Izalith and Demon Ruins. And this is quite handy if you're wanting to farm that prowling demon. But keeping Solaire alive there allows us to summon him in the final fight of the game. If you don't use the poison mist, then you can't summon him in the final fight, and you'll have to kill him as well. So I finally get this crystal lizard after honestly spending about 5 minutes trying to get it. I was quite happy at this point. And we'll just make our way back now. So just top up your health. See that spot to the left there we just walked past before you come on to this part here of the bridge. That's the point you can snipe him at, and I would recommend using the Dragon Slayer bow and the Dragon Slayer arrows that you can buy from the giant blacksmith in Anor Londo, because fighting him up close can be a real pest, especially in New Game Plus. Just run past him. And if you've got the Ring of Fog on, I'd suggest putting it on so he doesn't hit you with the lightning bolts. If you do want to take him on up close, tank yourself up, put a high stability shield on, use a weapon that's got lightning damage because they're weak to lightning damage, those prowling demons. Anyway, stay to the left and make your way down this series of this branch, and we'll meet another NPC, another friend. So, Ziegmeyer. And you can imagine what he's doing right now. He's sleeping, yeah? And what you do is, this is quite a... the events of this escapade basically affect the rest of Ziegmeyer's storyline. So what I would suggest doing is taking out all the first three, left to right, of the Chaos Eaters. The fourth Chaos Eater on the right, take down some of his health, but don't kill it. If you kill it, you'll end the Ziegmeyer's storyline, and he'll give you the speckled stoneplate ring. Right, so I'm just going to take out a little bit of his health, the last Chaos Eater, and what we're going to need to do is we speak to Ziegmeyer now, so we'll activate the storyline, and you'll see what happens. Come on, Ziegmeyer.
Oh, excuse me, I was so absorbed in thought I just drifted away. Must be the wolf. Well, what's on your mind? No, don't tell me. Those monsters making life difficult for you?
Yeah.
You need not be ashamed. We're all in the same boat, you know. I really have run up quite a debt to you. Perhaps the time has come.
So he's thinking about a way of, you know, showing his bravery and his strategic thinking.
Friend, I have an idea.
Good.
A good one, really. I slip away in the confusion. Please, friend, I owe you much. By the honor of the Knights of Katarina, allow me to assist you. And now, I go. Don't be slow.
It
Come on! Over here, you mean perish, foul creatures! I am Big Fire of Katarina, and you shall feel my wrath!
okay, Ziegmeier. So he's getting his manliness out. The problem is that there's like a bug, and he's supposed to jump down there himself, but he doesn't, so you have to kick him, but be very careful when you kick him. What you want to do is you want to make sure he has 50% or above health left after all this. So, oh, take it easy, Ziggy. So if you have 50% or above health left, his storyline continues.
But you, didn't you get away? Well, you saved me, once again.
No, you did most of the work.
I'm exhausted. I think I'll have a rest. Oh, don't you worry. The ground below me is my pillow. I'll recover shortly.
So, if you kill all the Chaos Eaters without activating his storyline, and then you talk to him, basically, he gives you I think he's angry with you that you've gone ahead without him, and he gives you the speckled stoneplate ring, which increases your fire, lightning, and magic resistances. Alternatively, if you do what we just did there, but he takes damage below 50% of his health points, the storyline stops as well, and you get the same ring. So basically, to continue the storyline, it takes a different turn after this, but to continue Siegmeier's storyline, you need to have him at 50% or health or above, and keep one of the Chaos Eaters alive so you can kill it. And we pick up the red tide. He doesn't have to kill it, you can kill the beasts, but as long as he jumps down and the health point thing is active, then you're okay, 50% or above. We get a red slab, which is excellent, obviously, because it allows us to finish off a fire weapon or a chaos weapon, and I think I'll use it in this playthrough for a chaos weapon. So all we've got left to do now is leave here. You can use a homeward bone if you're stuck getting out of here, but you don't really need to, because it's easy enough to get out of here. It is a wee bit of a maze, but the good thing is it allows you to just instantly go and take on the bed of chaos. We can change out from the rusted iron ring now to Havels or Chloranthy. So for the bed of chaos, what do you need to do to be prepared? So just follow the way I'm going. It's easy to get lost in here, that's definite. You just you have to go behind this kind of big branch up here. For the bed of chaos, you need a bow and arrow. That is a prerequisite for the fight. You can also use the flame stoneplate ring to increase your fire resistance, because it's at one point in the bed of chaos uses something like one of the chaos flames, or that kind of sprouts out of the ground. The flames sprout out of the ground or shoot out of the ground. It's not necessary really. If you get your timings right in this fight, you don't need it. A high stability shield can help as well for a certain part of this fight. This fight's broken down into different segments. It's one of the strangest fights in the game, and it's a fight that a lot of people dislike, to the extent that it's actually got some rude names are used. The bed of bullshit, the bed of bollocks, I've heard those kind of terms used. We are going to quit and reload during the fight, and it's the only fight in the game where you can do that, and it doesn't reset the parameters of the fight. The fight status is unaffected by quitting and reloading, and what happens is it respawns you at the fog gate, and you'll see why. The best aspect of this fight is the music. So run to the right. That's the very first thing to do in this fight. Just keep running to the right, and you want a weapon that can hit the ground quite easily. That's why I've changed over to the Lucerne. Come into this bubble looking area, and you want to hit that light or the branch. And we're going to see the second best thing about this fight. There's a specific sound effect I'm listening for. That was the sound effect, and that's actually taken from John Carpenter's The Thing, one of the best horror films, science fiction horror films ever made. There's a lot of influences in Dark Souls, and if you're interested in that, you can type that into YouTube, and there'll be a few videos that pop up. So just quit and reload at that point, enter the fog gate again, and come back in for the second part of the fight. I like sliding down this path. There should have been more sliding down, and it looks like you're surfing or something. Should have been more of that in this game. So we'll go to the left immediately now. And be careful, the part of the floor falls away. So stick to the left. And this is where you need your bow and arrow. And what you want to do is, you're safe at this vantage point here. And what you want to do is, you want to aim and knock out some of the branches, and basically you're trying to aim for a certain point, and the same thing occurs. Basically you trigger the second part of the fight. So you can see the Bed of Chaos is supposed to be like a being that's made of chaos and fire. Part of it is a flame. Anyway, I want to talk about the fight, so run back to the starting point of the fight, and make sure you do that as quickly as possible, because now the Bed of Chaos can do the firestorm attack. So it's going to start using its branches to sweep left and right, and what you need to do is you need to run forward, and part of the floor will give way, and what you do is you roll, and the timing for this can be quite difficult. You want to do it when she's not, or the creature's not sweeping its branches left and right. I'm very lucky I survived this. I don't know why I didn't take any damage from the firestorm attack. You'll come in here and you'll see this kind of weird microorganism. Kill it, and you kill the Bed of Chaos, and that's the fight over. Quickly change over to the Silver Covetous Ring, and we'll get some extra souls for that. There's a strange voice kind of comes in at the end there. You can just kind of make it out. That bug is supposed to look like a microorganism. That was the influence that the designers of the game took. So anyway, once you've finished there, come back to Firelink Shrine. That's the Bed of Chaos fight. You know, the timings can be difficult in terms of making your way down into the kind of, basically to the bug. It can be difficult to get down there.
I didn't expect to meet anybody here. I suppose great minds think alike, eh?
So this is Domino of Xena. We met him first of all in the depths.
I'm afraid I don't see anything here.
He sells boss armour, so if we go and look at his armour sets, he also sells crystal weapons as well. Which suggests, interestingly enough, that he has been to the Duke's Archives, and we'll talk about that in the Duke's Archives episode. I'm going to buy some arrows off of him. You can buy, like I say, boss armours, and he's very good for preparing for New Game Plus, because you can buy some of these unusual armour sets, and he's also an important source of lore, so he's an important character all round. I think he's some kind of spy / adventurer of some sort, sent from Xena. Smau's set as well. If you kill Ornstein, you'll get his set. Instead, it won't be Smau's, it'll be his set, Ornstein's set. I love Ornstein's armour set, and I love his weapon as well. Anyway, there's not much more to say.
That was a fine trade.
I hope this episode helped, and in the next episode we're going to go to the Painted World of Ariamis, which is, in my opinion, one of the best areas in the game. So thanks for watching, and thank you for the subscriptions and the kind comments.